I cannot forget Carcosa, where black stars hang in the heavens, where the shadows of men's thoughts lengthen in the afternoon. When the twin suns sink into the lake of Hali, my mind will bear forever the memory of the pallid mask. I pray God will curse the writer, as the writer has cursed the world with this beautiful, stupendous creation, terrible in its simplicity, irresistible in its truth. A world which now trembles before the King in Yellow.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We are here in the Impossible Landscapes, the Delta Green campaign that takes us closer and closer to the strange places that exist within the McAllister Building in New York City. In this case, in 1995. And we have 4 characters who are being played by amazing players, investigators into the unknown, a bit out of their element, or at least soon to be even more. And so if you don't mind just introducing yourselves, who you are as a player, if you'd like to promote any of your cool projects, and then who you're playing in the game. Kaya May, please.
Hi, I'm Kaya. I'll be playing Daniel, or Mia as the other characters know him as. And he is a helicopter pilot.
Awesome, thank you. Honda.
I'm Honda, and I'm playing Fiona, or Min, and she is an FBI profiler and practicing psychologist.
Very well, John.
I am John Castillo. I am playing Darin Stefanski, otherwise known as Agent Max to the rest of the group. He is an ex-CIA operative and just general basket case at this point. So
He'll be fine. And Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt Steele. I am playing Dr. August Yoshida, and Dr. Yoshida is a forensic pathologist out of Seattle, Washington, who's connected up with the FBI for this special occurrence. He is known to the other characters as Agent May. And for fun, if you want to check out my my latest online thing, Ezra Denny interviewed me on his podcast, Keep the Game Moving, on YouTube. So if you want to geek out on some GM chat, check it out.
Awesome. Yes, you're an incredible GM. Have been for many years. Ezra is a great friend too. So definitely an awesome podcast to check out. Please do. All right. Well, let us continue with the Impossible Landscapes. We start in a desperate situation. Daniel, it's a few years before all of this business in New York, and you are in Israel and Palestine, and you're in a helicopter, and it was just hit by a shoulder-launched missile, and you're going down. What do you do? Things are beeping. There's shattered glass. People are screaming.
I put on a backpack with a parachute on it. I grab my gun and I jump out. Okay.
Being a well-trained special rescue Israeli special forces operative, you can get it together. I'm sure you have enough, but of course this is a big chancy situation. So why don't you make a luck roll and see how it goes as you jump out of a downed aircraft that is crashing.
Is that out of 20?
100. So roll 1d100.
33.
33, so that'll be under 50%, which means you succeed. So you successfully get clear, or you're higher. A, you're high enough. B, you get clear of the rotors as you watch the the helicopter just go boom into the city below, and C, you were able to open your chute and not break your legs as you land right in the middle of what appears to be a courtyard with a lot of children there, and you land almost right next to a person who's in a business suit. They've got a bag over their head and they're tied hand and foot, kneeling there. The children are on different. They're basically like eating and drinking, and they're of course startled by your appearance. I mean, there's the noise of a battle going on, and the kids don't seem to notice much. But you just come right down, slam into that place. Your chute catches onto the interior stays of a tree and stuff. So you're a little bit tangled. And you notice you can make an alertness check as you come down. So that's another D100.
Two.
All right, that's so you easily make it. Even so, you easily notice that a lot of these children have AK-47s, and you drop right into the middle of this situation and are immediately surrounded by 11 to 14-year-olds with guns, and they're starting to react to you arriving. So you're going to need to act pretty fast. What do you do?
As I make it my way towards the man who's tied up, and I target the children who are most kind of like starting to active, and I target their shoulders.
Okay, you're going to do a called shot, so that'll be a minus 20% to hit on your firearms skill. So you are just heroically dropping in, shooting at kids, and going for the hostage.
Yes.
Right. That's great. So at this point, you're not hardened to violence. So let's have you make a firearms check, D100 again, and you're going to roll under your skill minus 20%.
12.
All right. So you make your called shot, and you can roll a D10 plus 2 for the that weapon is probably a 5.56 rounds assault rifle round. So go ahead and roll a D12 plus 2 or D10 plus 2 damage. So roll 1D10 and then what?
I got 3.
Okay, so 5 points of damage kills the kid, and he just flips over, smashes into his friends. There's blood all over the people behind him, and his gun clatters to the bottom of the thing, and everyone just erupts in screaming as you are right next to this prisoner. It's pretty easy to recognize the pin on his lapel. He's a member of the he's an Israeli politician, a member of the one of the parties, and apparently he's a captive here, and this is actually who you were coming after, somebody named Avner Price. A middling politician who has been having some success, and apparently was taken from the street about a day ago. There's blood sort of where his nose is on the bag. What do you do?
I untie him and take his head covering off.
Okay. So you probably have a knife, so you're gonna do that. These kids are leveling their guns at you though, and they start firing. And they are shooting wildly and do not manage to get any. They're hitting other people around. You can hear shouts from adults coming from like different parts of the building. and you manage to get this thing off of him, and yeah, it is indeed the person you were sent here to retrieve, and you've cut his bonds. And he says, "Well, yes, you're here to rescue me. Please, we must leave quickly." And he's of course speaking Hebrew. Yes, let's go. Just take any of them out that you have to. I need to get back to safety. Do your duty. So let's see. You should also make a sand check because you did shoot a kid.
Yes. Out of 100?
Yep.
60.
Okay. What's your sanity?
It says 55, but I think that's after all this.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and you can make put a check mark in your hardened to violence little section there. Okay. So you're really consumed by your mission, right? So you're just going for it, and your next step is to just get out of here. So you grab him and start running. How are you gonna just lay down covering fire as you back out of the place, or are you gonna focus on running and dodging?
I am going to prioritize my released hostage, and I have a grenade on me.
Of course.
So I'm gonna run and cover him because I have bodysuit armor.
Yep.
And I'm going to undo the grenade and throw it in the direction of all the children.
All right, that makes sense. So go ahead and roll your let's see, throwing a grenade is a throw check, which I believe is just a strength times 5. So go ahead and roll a D100 and see if you get it pulled and in the right place.
23.
Okay. You in smooth motion grab the guy's collar, push him in front of you, pop the grenade and toss it in the back of you, and you hear the yells turn to screams as a explosion covers you, blasting probably 20 kids into, if they're lucky, life-threatening injuries. And so you pull them down into a stairwell and switch them up so you're going in front, and go ahead and make an awareness check as you are trying to fight your way out of this whole situation.
41.
All right, so you make it again. So you're able to cover corners as you go down the stairwell, and basically not be surprised by adults and other children like running up with guns. You're blasting them, and finally you get sort of out of the whole thing and across into the rest of the city, and so it takes some time to get out of the city, and you're hiding with this guy, and he says, "I can't believe it's you're doing your duty, and I really, really appreciate all of this. Anything you need when we get back to Israel, we will be provided, and I'll make sure you get medals." How do you relate to this guy?
I don't. It's like I'm doing it for my duty. I'm not so much looking for medals or anything. Like, the bribery is not what Daniel's about, but he's like doing it for my country. This is the right thing to do. And he doesn't really like politicians, like as a personal thing. It's just like, this is important for our country. So he's important for our country, so we're doing it. But politicians aren't his vibe.
Mm-hmm. So this, Mr. Praise gets shot at one point, and you basically have to patch him up, which you can do. You're an EMT, and he like gets kind of, he loses a lot of blood at one point because you basically got to hide out, and you're trying to stop it, but it's not a great wound. It's a deep wound, and he says, "You can't tell my wife. You can't tell my wife about the deals. If I die here, please don't let my family know."
What deals?
It's a program that we use to move assets around.
Daniel kind of like takes a step back and ruffles his hair, and he hasn't been like so aware of like super like those types of politics. Like he's kind of heard his friends talking about it, but he hasn't given it that much light. But now he's like, whoa, this is my face. Am I doing the right thing? Like, what kind of deals? This doesn't feel good.
Definitely get that vibe. Like,
yeah,
you don't think he's like sweating. It might just be the wound, or the heat, or he just has this look in his eye that like it's not just money. So you can make a human.
Yeah. 100?
Yeah.
1.
Dang. So you've been helping him out, and he feel like he's gonna die. So he does a whole like confession, and it turns out this guy has been human trafficking Palestinian children to the sex trade, and is he's basically a complete psychopath who's like operational, but if you let him out of this room alive, he will not stop.
Yeah.
But it's Palestinian kids, so what?
No.
The less of them, the better. We get them out of here.
Daniel being like an American who is coming to Israel to serve hasn't been as programmed into like them versus us.
Yep.
So he's just like, this is no, like there's like it hits him really hard.
What do you mean? I make the policy. You take the orders.
If this is wrong, you think God is okay with this?
I know God is okay with this. We're the chosen people.
And the chosen people are allowed to sex traffic children?
I don't need to get into the justification.
Daniel pulls out his gun.
Hey, whoa. Listen, I just forget I said anything. You'll be well taken care of.
Daniel takes a deep breath and closes his eyes.
So Daniel sees the kid that you shot, probably, maybe 4 hours earlier.
Yeah.
Like the look in that kid's eyes.
Like he's closing his eyes. He sees like the 20 children that were surrounding him that he just blew up, who were likely getting their like vengeance for their friends.
Yeah.
And possibly them. And he knows that the only way he can justify to himself what has just happened is if he kills the reason, like he just ends it now. Like that's it. So he clocks the gun and he shoots.
And we move into the future. That explosion echoes through time, and there is the sound of a gunshot over the radio. Sounds really familiar to you, Daniel. You kind of like look up from the what you're cataloging, because it was just, 0, arbitrate, gondola, organ, all, and then boom.
And it has the exact same reverberation as the space
Yeah, make
that
a
he was
sanity
in
check.
during that time. 18.
All right. Probably not. I mean, gunshot could be anything. And yeah, you and August are in the apartment, cataloging things in the McAllister Building in the missing Abigail Wright's bizarre apartment. And then downstairs, camera moves through the floor. We're in the basement, and we see Fiona, Frost, and Darin having a conversation while Darin cleans up what appears to be a murder crime scene.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not really sure. He's pretty tacit. I mean, he's probably not offering up a whole lot of conversation, but if you're talking to him, he's just kind of muttering, yeah, or something like that. He's definitely like in his own headspace. But yeah, he's like push brooming, like chemical mixed water plus blood plus what was it, like linseed oil or something?
Yep.
Like just
It's
like,
spilled on there, but I mean,
like
the
just
buckets aren't there anymore.
push brooming it around this room to get into the drains and whatnot. So
Yeah, there's a drain like outside the room in the middle of the set of 4
and
areas.
like he's not he's a late 40s kind of guy. So I mean, he does not work out a lot. So he's not used to doing a whole lot of manual labor. So this, he takes breaks. Kind of leans on the broom for a second and kind of mops his brow and then kind of goes back to work. But he seems to find comfort in the work.
So I'm gonna notice how quiet you are, and as I'm trying to go about my share of the work as well, I don't know. The silence is already kind of weirding me out just because of everything we just went through. So I'm probably gonna try talking to you, see how open you are to that, if you're gonna brush me off or not. But I'll start simply with like, hey, are you okay? Because I'm not okay after all that.
Yeah, when you ask, "Are you okay?" He has an immediate defensive response of, "Yes, I'm fine." Like you're not sure if it's just like, macho, guy bravado, or if it's more like a professional attitude or whatever. But when you say to him that you're not okay, he kind of takes a second and says, "Well, it's just I guess it's not the same for everybody else. Is it something you need to talk about?"
No, I don't need to talk about it if you don't want to. It's just that I've not really experienced anything like this. I mean, we just kind of got dropped into this. Then we meet this guy whose daughter's missing, and now he's dead. I don't know. It's just out of nowhere, really. I don't even know why we were picked for any of this. I don't know what this Marcus guy is capable of. Normally at work, I feel very in control. Even though I work with a lot of psychos, I know that I'm fine, and this is my job, and I'm in charge. But this is not that.
Right. Well, before you get too far, I just want to, make sure you don't tell me too much about your background, right? We shouldn't know too much about each other, just for, professionalism and whatnot. But no, I understand what you're talking about. I've been on quite a few missions, operations, and there's just some times where they really hit you hard. So it's natural to feel that way, I think. And he's just kind of like leaning on the broom, kind of up against the, the stairs that are, going up. And he's like, kind of panting and whatever. He goes to like pull out that like a handkerchief to kind of like mop his brow, and you can see that crumpled picture that was in your hotel room kind of fall onto the ground out of his pocket, and he like immediately like looks down and picks it up and shoves it back in his pocket, hoping you didn't see anything.
Right. Is that the picture of Abigail?
Yeah. That's Abigail.
You and her dad really connected, huh?
Oh, yeah, I think because he was, law enforcement, and I understand, he wanted to, talk with somebody who's been in the business, maybe, somebody that's been there before, I think, and kind of the professional courtesy, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was hard not to feel for him. And I mean, I don't know, like if you have kids, but I can't even imagine going through that as a parent.
Yeah. No, I've got a daughter, probably about, not too much older than, what Abigail, Abigail's much older, but yeah, mine's getting up there.
Oh yeah? What, like middle school, high school?
Yeah, I mean, she's God, I think the last graduation I saw her was like middle school, but yeah, I think she's getting into high school now.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm intruding, I'm just talking too much. But you don't get to see her?
Oh, no. Yeah, well, work keeps me away quite a bit. Just traveling around the world and stuff like that. It's hard. And I could see where, Tom probably experienced some of that too. So there was probably some guilt that was pent up.
Yeah.
There's things you want to say, and now that she's gone, you didn't get the chance to say it. So that's a fear I think all parents kind of live with.
Yeah. Have you thought of changing careers by any chance? I mean,
I definitely, this kind of stuff, I think I might be, done. I might be getting too old. This is young man's game. So
yeah.
He's like really like kind of, sweating while he's talking about it and whatever.
Yeah. You're not Abigail's father. You know that, right?
Sorry?
You're not him. I mean, you can still change things if you want to. You don't have to be, chasing marionettes for Marcus or, I don't know, spending time overseas.
I just want to get this job done and then, and then move on.
Yeah.
Just want to get it done as soon as possible. Which, cleaning up down here is, one of the things that we need to do, but also, we need to catalog all that stuff up there, and we need to go find Laura.
Laura.
I mean Abigail.
Wow, is Laura your little girl?
So as soon as he realizes he just gave you his daughter's name, he freaks out. Yes. And like you've never seen a fat old guy move this fast. He is up on you, like hand around your throat, up against the wall, and his gun is out, and he's like,
"Oh fuck!"
if anything ever happens to my daughter, you better not say a fucking word about her. Do you understand me? You forget that name.
Are you like actually choking me like
you can't? Yeah, like you can't even talk. You can't even answer like yes sir or whatever. His hand like his eyes are bulging right now. The gun is like so close to your face right now. Do you understand me? Do you understand? He just keeps like asking you, "Do you understand me?" Until he gets some kind of response, and then like, I mean, do you want to?
Yeah, I mean, instinctively, I'm just gonna try struggling against you as best I can. I don't know how that would look.
I think you would knee him in the balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would attempt to do that.
Go ahead.
Roll your
arm.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Or just it happens if that's cool.
No, that's fine. Yeah, totally.
Great.
So like, and like the adrenaline so much that he doesn't like just completely double over, but it snaps him out of it.
Yeah.
And he kind of, the gun drops and he kind of goes to, back off. And then he just comes up and he's sobbing. He's like, I'm sorry. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm sorry.
So while he's, I guess, getting to start doing that, I'm going to immediately lunge for the gun that you said you dropped.
Yeah. It's probably, totally. Good idea.
I'm going to grab it and I'm going to be like pointing it down at him. Like, what the fuck, Stefanski? What the actual fuck? He's a broken down guy right now. So he's apologizing to you. I mean, yeah. We might end up just cutting it here, and then like the two of us are awkwardly walking into the room upstairs.
Yes, perfect. Okay, great.
Okay.
All right. What the fuck? I'm sorry. Got to the weird room just going across the wall. All the weird shit, and like flashes.
Yep.
Little shots of you guys taking photos.
Yeah, because they left us Polaroids, right? So it's like
Yep. Excellent. All right, and so
in the background we have this backpack, right? That's mounted to the wall,
right?
That's talking to us.
Droning. There's these like strange like code words. It's just there are no rhyme or reason to them. They just seem to be random words. So you're kind of, it creates this like really, a sort of a hypnotic atmosphere as you keep looking at all these different things, and you're becoming inured to the oddness of all of these clips and drawings and different things that are on the walls. And feel free to have, like, what do you guys talk about, or are you just doing it quietly, or what's your sort of over the next couple of hours, really? How do you two interact?
I mean, after we get kind of a rhythm going, right, and we're like, taking photos and setting things to the side. Dr. Yoshida will say, as casually as possible. Agent Maya, how does one become an air ambulance pilot? What's that career path like?
Daniel kind of like looks at him and he sighs. Well, it starts when you join the Israeli military and are search and rescue medic and pilot. And then you decide to leave that behind you and find other viable career choices that need similar skill sets. That's how it goes.
You were in the Israeli military.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are you Israeli?
No, Jewish. I have. I guess I have citizenship, but no. Just spent 4 or 5 years there serving.
Yeah. I had a friend like that when I was in college. I knew a woman who did that. It was pretty brutal from what she was telling me. Like she marched this one time. She told me they marched to the point that that the soles of her feet actually like came off in her boots. Was it like that for you?
I mean, less marching and more jumping out of falling helicopters. Yeah.
Falling out of a falling helicopter?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And Daniel's kind of like answering all the questions, but he's not like giving more than the direct. He doesn't really want to talk about it, but he likes August. So he's trying to be there, but he's like not really emotionally like there for the conversation.
Yeah. So that's well, so I guess this is a completely different ballgame for you than what we're doing here.
Yeah. I'm used to a lot more fast-paced action.
Do you have any background in the supernatural?
No.
Why do you think the FBI brought you on?
I have no idea. I thought maybe like the whole search and rescue like background.
Search and rescue. Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're trying to find this lady. I mean, we're searching for her. I figured that's what that's about. But this is not what I was expecting for a search and rescue at all.
I see. So you weren't expecting anything supernatural?
No.
Huh.
Were you?
Well,
is this your thing? Like what's going on here? Is this normal in your world? Like what?
how much do you believe in in things like Sasquatch?
No.
Daniel
kind of like laughs and is like leans back. No way. But this,
what about,
I'm believing this.
What about like mermaids?
No.
What if I told you I met one? A mermaid.
Were you high?
Well, I'm exaggerating slightly. A dead one ended up on my table.
Daniel is not sure what to make of that statement. He looks at him inquiringly, head tilted to the side. He ruffles his hair.
I know it sounds strange, doesn't it? But yet there it was. Okay, I exaggerate again slightly. It wasn't precisely a mermaid. I mean, it had legs, but it also had gills and lungs.
Like prosthetic gills? How do you know they were real?
It's my job to know these things.
Did you dissect this fish lady?
I did an autopsy on her.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she was hit by a car.
What's a mermaid doing in a car? What?
The car, she was hit by one. The car crash didn't kill her. She asphyxiated. Neither her lungs nor her gills worked quite right.
Huh.
Yeah. Huh. That's what I thought.
So this is an average day for you?
No. No, that was an exceptional day. And the next day she was gone. There was and I had a visit from the FBI who told me they would give me a call the next time a curious case like this came their way. And here we are.
Wow.
So just to be sure, you're not familiar with any of these sorts of supernatural things.
Never experienced anything like this before in my life. Like, yeah.
Well,
But I'm believing, like, this, something feels like this is real and crazy. And, like, I don't know what Agent Max is on, because this feels legitimate and he's not taking this seriously. And I'm ready to, like, smash some alien, supernatural, crazy shit. Like, I'm ready to go. And I don't know what we're doing. Collecting documentation. I don't feel safe, and this feels like we're wasting our time.
Ball, Zor, Murjock, Ugnak. Yeah. Really strange sounds are coming from the radio. Not human words.
well, that's a
Like,
change.
what's that?
I don't know. Maybe it's the aliens you were talking about.
Okay, you two can roll search rolls, so roll D100.
$44.
Is that under that should be, is that under your search skill?
It's critical something.
Yes, that's a success on my end.
So you got a yes, and
23 out of 40.
Daniel, your search skill
Is 20.
Hey, okay, so it's a critical fail. All right, so so you find so let's see, Dr. August, you find a picture that is of two people with their eyes like just scraped out. You recognize one of the people as Tom. He's with a woman, and I'll show you the picture here. It's definitely Tom Wright on the right, and then some woman on the left.
Thomas the dad?
Yes. And you so you don't know how you missed it, Daniel, but you're just like, I'm just ready to smash some supernatural stuff, and you're like, take a picture, flash, and you notice like a sort of a piece of paper that's like tacked to a wall and it's covering something, and you just you pull it up and you see this, and you just stop like dead, and your mouth hangs open. Yeah. It's some kind of symbol like drawn on a piece of paper, like a lot of these, but there is something about this image that turns your mind to jelly. You feel like it is crawling out at you in a way that is receding and coming closer at the same time. You have no idea what this might represent, but you feel like it's crawling into your brain. Make a sand check. Because you have seen the yellow sign.
46.
Okay. So that is under your current stand, I believe, so you don't take any. But you immediately pull it off the wall and like put it into August's face. Like, you can't control yourself. You have to. You're compelled to show it to someone else. And he's the only one here. So August, you Daniel sort of makes that big statement, and you guys are having this conversation, and all of a sudden he's right in front of you with this thing in your face. You can't not see it.
Yeah.
And it looks like the pattern that kid was drawing with the dragon in the sky or in the air. This is that pattern, and you are compelled to gaze at it, and you can't stop looking at it. Make another sand check.
Yeah.
And you two feel like you have a shared secret as the as the radio drones on. Yeah, fatang, fatang. And it becomes oppressively charged in the room. What was the result?
Made that roll. Made it by 8.
You made it? Okay.
Yep.
And the moment passes. And you have this sort of crumpled, so you have the picture in your hand of the two people, August and Daniel. You have this like symbol in your hand, and for some reason you found yourself across the room with like putting it in August's, like in front of August's face. Strange.
Oh, where did you get that?
It was right right underneath this photo. Daniel like puts it in August's chest, and he like takes August's hand and like pushes it so that August is now holding the image, and Daniel backs away, and he's like kind of hunched over and like trying to like massage his head. He's feeling like the aftermath of his brain just like, whoa.
Yeah, you have these like waves of melancholy and anxiety and like paranoia. It's everything was fine just a second ago until you saw that sign.
He like gets up against the wall and like slides down, and like some of the photos are like scrunched up and falling behind him, and he's just like sitting almost like in with his knees up, just like hugging himself and like starting to hyperventilate.
Abstract. Wall up.
Okay. So August is looking around the room like he's looking for something, and then sort of almost just because he's looking around, notices Daniel freaking out.
Yeah.
And stops and takes the photo that he's got and the piece of paper and shoves them both into a pocket and runs over to him.
Okay.
Like and he's like,
you two are feeling this like melancholy, this paranoia, like both of you are consumed by these emotions that are welling up from deep within you. And as you get closer, they resonate together. So you start, at first you were both feeling different anxiety, different times, like a wave of melancholy, like, just looking around being like, and as you get closer, it syncs up in a way that the audience sees, but you two don't realize. Okay. So you have maybe, 10 minutes of just essentially like a silent freak out together.
Yeah.
And that's when that's when Fiona and Darin walk in.
Hey,
Fiona's got some marks on her throat.
Yeah. By the way, I want to take a sand hit on a violence check for just how absolutely out of character that is for Darin.
Good point. Do you want to?
I already failed it. Well,
so I'm going to say, you hurt a friend, so that's a good D6.
Yeah.
So,
I rolled 95 on that one. So.
Alrighty, so that'll be 5 for you.
Jesus.
Do you want to push that off onto a blind?
Onto my daughter?
Makes sense.
Is that what you said? Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's see what we can do there. So I'll burn a willpower and we'll roll a d4 and we'll see. Oh, Laura. Boy, that's 4. So
nice. We're terrible people. Okay,
yeah.
Great.
All right.
And so you're sort of jittery, just like trying to.
Oh, I'm like.
How do you guys walk up out of the out of the basement? Like, are you?
Yeah, I think I just
are you like
follow behind? I don't know. Like,
Honda have a gun to the basement?
You know? Okay, yeah. I'm just I've got like my jacket over my shoulder, and I'm just like trudging through the door, and then I don't know. Fiona comes in, probably pissed off, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty pissed, but I'm also really kind of like shaken by it because now I'm like, is this guy gonna snap and kill one of us? And
I think honestly, you need to roll a sand check for helplessness.
Yeah,
Fiona.
Apparently, I'm okay with it.
You've seen this kind of behavior before.
Doesn't make me happy though.
This is a hot mix of PTSD and mild to strong paranoia. Anyway, so you find Dr. August and Daniel crouched in a corner together, like hyperventilating, like looking in each other's faces. It's fucking weird.
There's a couple of tears like streaming down their face, like at least Daniel's face. He's like crying
at each other. Like,
I'm gonna rush over there immediately.
All right.
And then I know Daniel better. I feel more comfortable grabbing you by the shoulders, like, hey, talk to me. What's going on?
Yeah. So you kind of break the moment. There's this weird thing on the wall that looks like a military thing, and it's droning these words out, just nonsensical words. But other than that, everything they looks like they just have their cameras and they were taking photos and stuff. Except they stopped and started doing that for some reason. Daniel, you snap out of it. You all snap out of it. It's fine. You can interact normally now.
Daniel looks at Fiona and takes a deep breath. I just feel really anxious. August, that was weird, right?
Yes. That was yeah.
He's like trying to find the words.
I couldn't get out of that. Okay, we got to turn this thing off.
Daniel like rushes over and like body slams this radio and tries to turn it off.
Are you trying to tear it off the wall or press
just turn it off? But he's not like fully present with like what he's doing. He's just like, this needs to be off, and so he's kind of like hitting at it randomly.
Yeah, make a strength check.
30.
I think that'll probably make it for you. Okay, so you're just sort of violently trying to, God, shut up, stupid thing. And you actually like knock it off of the wall. And you knock it off in such a way that the battery like opens up and splashes acid on you. And you take a point of damage. So you're like, clatter, gets in your arm. Causing even more chaos in this room, but it does stop. It's incessant.
It stops, and now Daniel's burning, and
you got like acid like on you. And I mean, I guess there's paper on the wall. You just grab it and wipe it off, or however you want to deal with it, or go to the sink. Although acid water.
Not acid, not water. Probably search for flour or something.
There's milk in the kitchen, but in the refrigerator.
Yeah, he goes for the milk.
Okay.
Pours it all over himself.
You're just like, you're in the sink. God, fucking burns. So you're blistered. You got burned pretty bad. So you mark off 1 hit point of damage.
When did you guys come in here?
Ago.
Oh yeah. Darin is just over at the box, like flipping through, seeing like what you've done like he's just zoned out right now. He's not even really paying attention to what's happening in the room.
Okay. Min, what have you guys been? What have you been up to?
Just cleaning up downstairs. And I'm looking a little
you did that. You did that.
Yeah, we just it took a little longer than I thought, but I think we're almost done, or maybe we're done. I don't know.
Okay. So we've been taking photos, and hey, Max.
Not even registering the name. You literally have to yell at him to get what? Oh,
yeah, Max.
Hey.
Max.
Yeah.
And I want to show you something. Oh,
okay.
Hey.
And Daniel looks up and says,
Did you grab my book from downstairs?
No, I think I set it up on a shelf somewhere.
No,
sorry.
Max, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Min.
I'm sorry. Did I see your book downstairs?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Do I remember seeing it?
Yeah, you have the bag was left on a shelf there.
Oh, it was.
You remember it?
Yeah. Okay. Actually, now that I think about it, yes, it's down there.
Okay, I'm gonna need to go get that in a minute. But Max, I have a Min. Sorry, thanks. Max, I have a thing to show you.
Daniel looks up and is like, "Do you think that's a good idea?"
No, not that thing. You're right. That would be a bad idea. But I have this other thing. And
okay,
his nervous system fishing around in his pocket, and you hear paper crumpling around, and he's clearly reaching around trying to choose one piece of paper over another, and kind of looks
while
at
you're
it
crumpling around in your
one
pocket,
feels like
you can
photographic paper, and one feels like napkin paper, so it is possible to just
it's
pretty easy, okay. And then he takes that, and he's got this photo that he walks over, and he just sort of slaps it down on the table right there next to where Max is looking. So
unfortunately, it's not the photo. It is the yellow sign. So, Darin and Fiona, you get to make sand checks as you see this symbol.
Why am I getting involved?
A wave of melancholy and paranoia, and just it's this.
I already had that. Thanks.
Scribble that is making its way into your brain like some kind of parasite.
All right, let's see.
So if I pass my sanity check, what happens? I'm sure I'm not getting away with this.
Oh God, I did not make that either.
No.
Oh no.
Okay, so Fiona, you're fine. Darin, you lose 4 sanity.
He's fine. This is fine.
From the unnatural. And you go just you're super stressed out and on edge anyway, and this drives you into a vision of let's see. If Darin was going to kill himself, how would he do it?
He's God, man, he's probably actually thought about this. If it really came down to it, and how his family could be provided for even afterwards. He'd probably jump off a bridge. Yeah. And just hope his, body washed up somewhere.
So you see this symbol and you sort of fall into it, and it's like falling into the water, the dark black water underneath that bridge.
Like the dream I've had of jumping off of something. Yeah, for sure.
And it's like kind of at the same time, it's that black water and it's that mass grave.
Oh, down south.
And it's the smoking crater of your marriage.
Right.
And it's the severed space between you and your daughter. And then you snap out of it.
He has to sit down. Actually, he goes to sit down, realizes there isn't a chair underneath him, and he just falls onto the ground.
Ass. So that's a lot of sand.
Well, I'm getting close,
That's a lot.
just so you know.
Yeah, you might be in breaking point territory soon.
Yeah, I'm pretty close. Yeah.
All right. So tell me how you sort of recover or not from that.
It'll probably take somebody snapping him out of it. I mean, he really hasn't recovered from what happened downstairs. He was just kind of in a state where he was brought, to the attention of the rest of the room and reacting to stuff, and then immediately right back into it. So he's probably going to stay there for a minute while other people try to bring him out.
Yeah. Can I try any psychotherapy on him?
Absolutely. Like you might get your pen light out and you should just go like into his eyes and be like,
9.
Right. Let's see. I believe that will. Well, oh, sorry. I should ask. Right? Do you want to burn willpower to drive any of this sand loss into bonds?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna wait on mine.
Okay. So you're able to. I mean, what do you do to talk him out of it?
Well, are you just a sobbing mess right now, or?
No, he's more. He is staring off. I mean, he's almost like
Disassociating.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just non-responsive.
So based on what happened earlier, would I get the impression that if I try to bring up the idea of like, hey, you got to snap out of it, we got work to do, your family needs you, would that make him freak out more, or do I think that's something that might help?
You think like more along the lines of a drink of water.
No. Okay. Then I can get you a drink of water.
Okay.
And say, hey, drink this. Come on. You're fine. Everything's okay.
Like you kind of get him back into his body,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, thanks, I needed this. And he sets it up onto the thing and then kind of hoists himself up and, kind of shakes it off. And then he's like, all right, well, let's get back to work. I mean, he...
Damn.
He
just like such a machine.
Yeah. He just tamps it, keeps tamping it down. Yeah.
Okay. So everyone's acting extremely strange. And I'm going to be like, no, stop. What is going on here? What is happening with all of you?
Okay.
I don't understand.
What?
Daniel's like, I knew you shouldn't have shown it to them, May. Like,
I wasn't trying to show them that. I was purposely trying to show them the photo that I have.
the photo? What photo?
Yeah. Before you brought me that thing, I found this photo, and I try and fish it out of my pocket again.
Yeah, it's there.
Okay. And
I don't know. You don't know how it got switched up, but it
very, very gingerly like hold it up.
Yes.
We're
just showing each other things and this
people.
Tom actually takes it from you, and he's back to work. Like he's looking at the evidence. He wants.
You recognize the guy,
fun.
the man on the right?
No, I get it. I know who it is.
Yes. Yeah.
Max.
Oh, that's Tom, right?
Yeah. Do you know anything about the woman next to him?
Ooh. Does she look familiar at all?
She is. She looks a little like
Abigail.
Abigail.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Probably mom.
So, let's see.
Okay.
Darin, you're looking at it and like, is that a hand?
Yeah, that's
a
what
hand.
I'm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. Yeah. The real thing to look at here is this creepy hand reaching from behind.
Yeah, Yoshida, you definitely see that. Darin, you see that. Daniel and Fiona, you don't know what they're talking about.
Daniel's like busy pacing. I'm like, he's looking at it, but
What?
it's kind of like a cat in a room.
What is he talking about? What are we not looking at that we're supposed to look at but not?
Their eyes are scratched
behind the woman.
out.
No, not that eye.
Oh no, I didn't know that. I was asking about. Never mind. It's fine.
behind the woman. It's like a clown hand.
Yeah.
I don't
The
know how else to
photograph
describe it.
behind
Yeah.
them? Like
No,
the framed
in the-
photo?
there's in the
I don't know what you're talking. I don't see.
re-
I don't see
reaching
anything.
behind them, behind her shoulder, like
Look,
And
I
we
think-
just don't see it.
like it's got his hand on his shoulder.
Look, May, I don't know what episode you had here that was going on when I came in, but I think, do you have a concussion? Did you take drugs?
No,
No.
May is right. There's a hand there.
Does this look,
100%.
Marty? Does this look anything at all like the outfit that the boy was wearing in the
It
park?
looks exactly like that outfit. Make a sand check.
Yeah.
So as they're trying to point it out to you guys, like, okay, you see it. It's like, okay, there's a weird clown arm and hand behind the woman in the picture. Yes.
And
then,
it like it just suddenly is there. Like, does it fade in? Like,
no, it's like it was kind of hard to see because of the white glove on the background, and maybe it was like a table lamp or like a window shade or something. But yeah, now you can see it.
Oh my god.
It's pretty. I mean, it looks like it's about to grab her, maybe, or him,
Grabbing
or
his shoulder. Yeah.
Like,
I can't believe I didn't see that before.
yeah. And he's
Very
wearing this
odd.
weird sleeve,
Okay, that's a fail on
purple
the
and
sand
gold.
okay. That'll be one stand for you, unless you want to push onto a bond.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so you do see it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
definitely there.
Okay. Okay. What I'm going to say next is not going to help. It's not going to help. But it's information.
Not going to help, but is it going to help?
Maybe. So remember, I said that I saw a kid with like in the park where we met, right?
From the
And-
painting. You saw the painting.
No, but there's a painting of that kid, right? But I actually saw that kid in the park.
Right.
That sleeve in that photo is that kid's arm. That's what he's wearing.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
Daniel's remembering the painting.
Yeah,
You're right.
Now it gets trickier. The symbol that I accidentally showed you, when he was moving the dragon around, he was making that symbol in the air. Like he was moving it so fast that it traced that symbol, and I could see it in the air.
Fucking positive. It's the same pattern. You know it.
Yeah. Like I've never seen anything like it. So I'm going to ask the two of you the same thing I just asked Maya here, which is how much experience do you have with the supernatural, with weird, strange, supernatural creatures, if any?
I see a little here and there. Nothing like we've experienced in the last day, but yeah, sure. There are some things that are strange that I can't explain.
Okay. So I have a theory. Our girl Abigail went to the night floors, specifically the 6th floor, which of course doesn't exist in this building, but went to the 6th floor with the encyclopedia salesman.
Like to hook up?
No, I don't think the encyclopedia salesman is a person.
Okay.
something else. Now, it may appear to be an encyclopedia salesman, or it may just be a word that's close to that and people mishear it or misunderstand it.
Okay.
And you think
I don't-
that this creature is responsible for her disappearance?
I think it took her out of this building through a passageway on the second story.
And what
on
about
the
her
first
dad?
floor above here?
This
About her
creature
dad?
could still be here, like right now. Right? Like,
I don't think it's here.
Are you saying
then,
it's like an actual entity? What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
where did you see my book?
It was on a shelf downstairs.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Perhaps we should buddy system, and I'll follow after you.
Okay.
yeah.
So you're gonna have to run because he runs
I will. I'll run.
like full speed.
Damn it, August. All right. So, boom, get down, out the door, downstairs, open the door. That thing. You get in. Your the bag with the 2 books in it is on the shelf in the room that was cleaned up.
Okay, great. I grab them and I just grab the bag and just look inside, grab the bag and then turn around really quickly, barely realizing
Fiona's right there.
Fiona is there and almost like run into her when I turn around. Whoa. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Let's go.
Okay. So, and I take
So
the book
back
out
in the
as we're
room.
going.
Yeah.
I am fine with having a little quick scene, but while you guys are out with Daniel.
That's great. It'll take 5 minutes for them to go down.
Sure. Where I'm like, it's finally gone quiet because August is out of the room, right? Like there's no more droning on of the backpack radio. Daniel's still there. Darin like kind of looks up and notices that Daniel's still there, and says, "I didn't understand really anything of what he was saying. You don't believe this shit that he's saying, do you? Like looking at you, like, am I the one who's crazy for not believing what he's saying? Like he's looking to you as."
Yeah. And Daniel looks at him and he says, "Before today, I wouldn't have believed in any of this shit. But now I do. And I think May knows something that we don't know. And this is not normal. So I think you better check yourself, because if you're not getting with the program, I'm concerned that you might be a liability."
And Darin actually like looks at you, understands the meaning of your words, and says, "All right, I understand."
Good.
That's some operations talk right there. Now they're speaking the same language.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I gotcha.
Fantastic. So
And then now it's just silence as they come back in the room.
Well, you two are like kind of locked gazes, like
Mm-hmm.
mutual understanding. Below you, as you're kind of stood up and just talked and stuff. Like on top of that evidence box is the uncovered yellow sign, and it is like a fountain of gloom into the room.
Mm.
And so you guys have the feeling, as you understand each other, that you are fucking doomed.
Oh,
and let's take a break there.
sure. Yeah, why not?
A little bio break.
I'm gonna go hug my kids. I'll be right back.
We are outside of the outside of the McAllister Building, the sun sets on New York. And the long shadows are thrown by the tall buildings, darkening all the nooks and crannies of the streets, including the sheriff's car that's parked in the alley next to the McAllister Building, and the pall thrown over the room that has our 4 investigators in it by the naked yellow sign laying on top of the evidence box there is an even deeper darkness. So you all have probably another 8 hours of cataloging to do. There's also 2 floors you have not looked into, as well as the roof in the McAllister Building. I'm sorry, and then there's at least 2 more residents who you have not met. Well, you never did meet Manuel, but you have not met Louis or Michelle either.
Darin tells you that he would rather stay in the room and like actually just catalog stuff. Like the idea of talking to more people right now is just abhorrent to him. So he's fine with just being alone in here and cataloging the things if you guys would prefer.
But I thought you were good at that kind of thing.
No, I'm very good at the bureaucracy part of this. Like,
I mean, but you're an investigator, right?
yeah. Yeah.
So you're used to talking to people.
Oh, yeah, but like piecing together the evidence and really kind of organizing the data points. That's and it's something that we got to get done anyway. So I just
Sure.
I would feel better. I'll stay in here. And like he almost won't even make eye contact with Fiona at this point.
Yeah. Okay. So Agent Min, you're good at talking to people from your job, right?
Yeah, I do all right.
Okay. I would hope so. We might conversations in my job are kind of one-sided, so.
Why don't I go with Min, and why don't you and Agent Max, May and Max, why don't you stay here, continue cataloging? I think Agent Max needs to understand more about what's happening from you as things go on. He needs to get on the same page, don't you, Agent Max? He looks at him expectingly, like boring into him.
Yeah, part of this is figuring out what happened here. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just be careful near the front right corner of the building.
The front right corner of the building. What's
on the first floor, the floor above us.
Oh, is that where the passageway is?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where, and on the hand-drawn map, it said to the night floors.
All right, that should be easy enough to avoid. I don't want to go there.
And
whatever that is.
I mean, there's an apartment there, so, but I don't, yeah, anyway. Yeah, I would just avoid that corner for now.
Okay.
I'll post that map again just so you guys have it like easy.
Yeah, I was looking it up.
Yeah. Scroll up.
Sure.
Oh, there we go.
So,
and August has been carrying it around, so he'll smooth it out on the table and like point at it.
Yep.
Like
you have a box, not a table, but yeah.
Or a box, yeah. Well, there's the kitchen counter, right?
You can do it there, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the spot.
Okay, I say we explore the 2 apartments on the left,
Okay.
at least. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Let's go take a look. I could use a change of scenery from here.
Yeah, and,
Yeah,
and
me
if,
too.
if you hear a dog, you should come back.
Yeah, why? Because
Didn't you
we've
hear
been
that-
hearing a dog before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that the creature that took her into the 6th floor?
No.
No, different.
Just
You're being
you know,
really mysterious here, man.
not intending to be mysterious. I don't know what it means, but it's a sound that's sort of consistent and weird, and like it was in the script. And then you guys heard it upstairs, but we haven't heard any other sounds from upstairs. You know, seems sort of like a siren call to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got it. Do you know what's what? Great.
I
Daniel's
don't
kind of
actually
like-
know what's what. I just, I've done a little bit of reading in cryptozoology. And that's,
And Darin
That'll
like
help.
acknowledges this, but he's like so out of his element that he's decided that Agent May is kind of the team leader. Like he's just like, we all have our specialties, and he's now deferring to May because he's like, he knows Min, and he is like, Agent Max does not have his shit together right now, like. So May's the dude.
all right.
Okay, so at this point, you all have only really looked into apartments in the ground floor. You haven't been up to the first floor or the second floor yet.
Okay. Second floor?
Yeah, let's do it.
So you're gonna skip the first floor.
What's that?
So sorry, you're the ground. There's a ground floor, right?
Oh.
That's the one you're on. This
Okay.
is the way they are, right? It's not, yeah, first floor, second floor is.
It's
Okay.
European style. We're on the ground floor. Above us is the first floor, and then the second floor.
Yeah.
Right.
Make it more good. But yeah, so you go up to the stairs. The stairs are in the middle of the the place, sort of the middle south, right? And then the Abigail's apartment is essentially right up against the up part of the stairs. There's a stairwell, and then there's another stair up, and that takes you to the first floor. So to the right and left, it's essentially you get to the top of the first floor steps, and you take a look to the left, and there are 2 apartments all the way at the end there, about 50 feet down, maybe 60. And then the other way, there is a door just kind of kitty corner to the stairs, about 20 feet down, and that is 6B. Van Fitt's apartment, and then the one all the way down at the other end, or not the other end, but the further down to the right is 4A, which is somebody named another apartment with
Post. L Post.
Post, Mr. Post.
For you.
And are there people actually in the apartments to the left?
There were nobody
empty?
listed on the ground floor name and apartment list.
Okay.
And then there's nobody up on the second floor listed in any of those apartments. And of course you could keep going up the stairs to the second floor if you wanted.
As we're going up
Daniel.
the stairs, I just wanted to kind of make a quick little scene.
Yep.
Hey, Daniel, or Maya, seems so silly calling you that. What do you think of Max?
I think Max can be a liability. I don't think he's flexible enough, or possibly like at the moment he's not flex enough to be with the program. And yeah,
I'm a little worried too. He had a little bit of a little episode when we were downstairs. I don't know. I think he's like invested too much of himself, and he's projecting and creating all kinds of parallels between him and Wright. And yeah, I don't know if he's seeing things very clearly right now. And I guess you already noticed, but I wanted to put it out there since, all our lives are in danger at this point.
Yeah, and he notices as Fiona like brushes her hair back that her neck is still red, and then he like zones in on that, and he's like, "And what about that?"
It's nothing. It was like I said, a freak out. It was fine. It's not fine, but it's fine. We just need to finish this job, and yeah, I don't really want to be around these people anymore right now.
Yeah. You have his gun?
I do. Yeah, I didn't think he should be hanging on to that for a while.
Great. Okay. Yeah, I'll make sure that you're not alone with him again.
Well, I mean,
Period.
now I know what to expect. I'm fine, but
It's not okay. It's not okay. Like, he's kind of like getting protective, and he's just like, no, this is the line. Like, he stepped a boundary. He's not a safe person, and you're like one of his top, like Daniel's top priorities. He wants to make sure that you leave in a single piece, and he's like upset with himself that you even experienced that in the first place. So he's
right.
Like, yeah.
All
okay,
right.
well, I'm glad you're with me here now. And shall we go up another flight of stairs or check?
I'm fine with checking here.
Okay, we're gonna go
Either
to
way.
the left. I would have your gun in your hand. Do you know how to shoot?
Yeah, I'm actually not too bad.
Okay,
I
good.
say it like in a very underwhelming way, but I believe I am actually quite good. Let me check.
Okay,
She is an FBI agent.
Yeah. All right. I'm pretty decent. Yeah.
Great. So game plan is we're gonna go to the left. We're gonna listen to see if there's any movement happening in either of the rooms, and go from there. Yeah, because there shouldn't be anybody there.
All right, we got this.
Okay.
Walk down the corridor. The carpet's bit worn. Definitely garish. Definitely, that a bit of a musty smell to the apartments here. Looks like there's not, nobody really is even vacuumed here for a while. And you get to the two doors. The apartments are, let's see. Well, whatever their numbers are, they seem to be, they are closed and locked.
And do we hear anything?
You can listen at the doors, make an alertness check. So roll D100.
Listen. Both listen to the same door at the same time. Let's say D100. 23.
33. I can't remember. Are we doing critical?
Yeah, doubles are critical. So you're absolutely sure there's no movement in there. You're even kind of looking at any evidence for light, like moving under the door or like reverse looking into the peephole in the door. Yeah, you're pretty confident, Fiona, that there's nobody in that apartment.
Okay. I don't hear a thing, like nothing.
Great.
And you guys are scuffing dust and making footprints, which you notice, Fiona. So there's just no way anybody walked in or out of here.
Okay.
Recently.
I think we're pretty safe to go in.
So they take the key, unlock the door, open the door to the apartment.
So you open it up, the one on the north or the south?
South.
Okay. You open that up, and it's empty living room, hardwood floor, no furniture. Window on the back, sort of facing the other side of the street from the front of the McAllister Building. You can kind of look around, and you see, the air shaft to the right, and there doesn't seem to even be a working toilet in this apartment. It's like It looks like it's been kind of stripped down. Yeah, and if you recall, they were saying they were thinking of remodeling it once they get everybody out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go ahead and open the upstairs or the northern apartment, and there is a bathtub there, but it's not hooked up, and the rest of the apartment is similarly blank.
Okay. And no like footsteps or anything. It just looks completely abandoned.
Yeah, I mean, tidy. It's not just wrecked or anything. It's just not occupied.
Okay.
You can see across the air shaft to the apartment, the Van Fitz apartment, and you see somebody reading on the couch or on one of the chairs there.
Okay. Well, we could go talk to that person.
Yeah. What's the vibe that you're getting from that person? Because that's exactly the room that we were warned. Like May just said.
Oh, that's
to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So how does that person look from where we're at?
It's hard to see. It's the windows are pretty grimy. She whoever it is definitely a woman, just based on her haircut, or at least from what you can see. But otherwise, they look like they're just there reading a book.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Should we ignore the warning and try to see what we can get out of this person? It's just a room, right?
It's just a room. I say we go up to the third floor personally, and then loop back with the whole crew to her.
All right. We can do that. I'm sure August would probably want to be there anyway, or not be there, I guess, but might as well let him in on it.
Yeah.
And he seems to know a lot about what's going on, more than I do, that's for sure.
Me too.
Okay.
All right,
he scruffs his hair.
Okay, so you're gonna go up the stairs?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay. So as you kind of get to the top of the landing, and you definitely, and then up the stairs to the last door. It looks like a door that is. Let's see. It leads to the the second floor, which is the third floor from the ground.
Okay.
Again, similar layout. Down to the left and to the right, 2 apartment doors in various spots. And that's pretty much all you see. You definitely see no tracks leading, in the dusty carpet to those doors, but there are definitely tracks like in this little space going back up to the stairs, which would lead to the rooftop. So
and that's where we were warned against as well, right? No? Oh, okay.
No, not the rooftop. Just the front left corner of the building.
Front left. Okay. Got it. Let's check out the floor. Can we? There are rooms up here, right? Other than.
There's apartments.
Yeah.
But okay. Again, there were nobody listed as occupying them.
Right. Let's just poke a quick peek in, just in case, even if no one's
okay.
officially occupying.
check all 4 apartments. They are all empty. Some of them have more furnishings than others, but they look like they haven't been lived in a while.
Okay.
All 4 of them.
Okay. Let's go to the first floor, not apartment with the woman we saw, but just the empty one, and see what's going on there, and then come back to the group before we go to that lady we saw.
Okay.
Eh?
Yeah. Stick together for that one.
Down to the first floor. Are you talking about the
second
one that
floor?
says it's Post's apartment, like 4A? So Van Fitz is in 6B. That was whoever.
Yeah.
That was the
That's
apartment
the
that you saw the
one
person in. And then 4A has a resident, but the other 2 apartments don't.
Yeah. So that resident I'd like to talk to.
Okay, I'm sorry. Which one? The one in the Van Fitz or Posts?
The bottom one.
Okay, so that'll be
where
Post.
we didn't see. Yeah.
Yeah, 4A. So you walk up. So you walk past the door to Van Fitz apartment or 6B. You come up to 4A. The door is closed, but you're there.
And Daniel kind of gestures to Fiona, as she has better talking skills than he does.
So we're just going to ask about Abigail, right? Or are we?
Yeah. Or like if she's noticed anything strange and feel her out. I'm sure you have a good sense on people. So
all these people here, I don't know. All right. So I'll knock on the door.
Okay. You hear some like kind of a scrambling, scratchy sound, and kind of mumbling of somebody talking, and then this person comes up to the door, opens the door slightly, and looks like a young man. Let's see. Let me give you the look here. And he says, what's going on? Can I help you? Can I help you too? What?
Yeah, I'm Agent Min. This is Agent Maya. We're hoping you could answer a few questions about an artist that was living here.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I guess probably Abigail, right? Yeah, must be, right? Yeah. Yeah, sure. What do you want to know?
Well,
you can see, like, you take a look at him. He's, you can see what he looks like. He's got, sort of light brown hair. But you can see his hands are like they got like black soot on them. Okay.
Do you mind if we come in so we're not talking out in the hallway and disturbing other neighbors?
Yeah, sure. No problem. Come on in. Okay. And you enter an apartment that he says, I'm Louis Post. As he sort of frames it, he's like, excuse the mess. Mess is so kind, describing this apartment. You immediately hit with this dump littered with grease-stained pizza boxes, paint containers, like ink containers, dirty clothing. Garbage has spread over the entire kitchen floor. And he has basically a cleared area that is he's basically like got a drawing table set up, and the area is sort of cleared around it, and behind it is this like Baroque mirror. Like it's a really like old looking mirror, so that it looks like it's set up so that it's like right behind the drawing table, so he looks at it when he's drawing. And then there's a drawing, like a big what looks like pencil and charcoal and ink drawing on the table right now. and you guys can make. So that's kind of what you take in a glance. He goes and sits back on his table, and turns and like spins to face you, and yeah. So yeah, you mean you're looking into Abigail? Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen her in a long time. I heard she moved in with somebody upstairs. And he like turns back to the drawing.
What is the drawing?
So you take a look at the drawing. It's pretty big. And it looks like it's charcoal, and it is a nightmare. A mishmash of horrible imagery, drowned babies with bloated, waterlogged bodies, clawed hands, plunging into basins, tangled umbilical cords wrapped about necks. And you see there's pages and pages and pages of this on his drawing table. And he's looking at you kind of kindly and yeah, he's like just smiling at you.
Wow, that's some intense art. Very dark. I mean, it's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
You think so? Yeah, I like it.
Are these dreams you have? Go ahead.
Oh, what's your inspiration?
Oh, I just look in the mirror and draw what I see.
The broken mirror?
He sort of like turns a page and puts it under and like starts drawing a new set of. It looks like a guy like two arms like with his hands around a child's neck, like drowning it as he sketches it out. And he's just doing it really rapidly as he's just looking at you and looking back, and then he says like, "Well, what do you think? What about the angle here?" But he's not talking to you. And you hear something in the mirror respond with a whisper that you can't quite make out. Make a sand check.
$33. I made it.
Made it. All right. Yeah,
Very much.
Probably just the scritching of the pencil. Fiona?
Oh, I very much failed.
You lose 4 sanity as you clearly hear something in the mirror and even glance a vague shape there in the reflection say, "Make more of the children drown. I drowned more children than that." And he's like, "Okay, great. And he draws a few more bloated babies into the illustration.
I'm gonna go up to the mirror very cautiously and like look at it. Did you say it was Baroque or broken? I didn't catch it.
Baroque. So
okay.
It really looks like something. Yeah, Baroque. It's I don't know if you have like art work or you could like.
No, that's
history. Fine. Anyway, it definitely looks like an antique mirror.
Okay.
And yeah. So what do you? Yeah. You're pretty sure you can see something in the mirror there, but maybe it's just it's this guy.
What happens if I touch it?
No, wait. It's behind him.
The thing is behind him.
Yeah, in the mirror. But it's pretty, I don't know, it's hard to see. And you look closer and it's like kind of making little like motions.
Okay. Is there like a paperweight or something next to me?
There's a zinc bottle.
That's kind of messy. Actually, I have a gun. I'll take the butt of my gun and like pound the mirror.
Whoa, hey, what are you doing? And you notice that he is stabbing you with a steak knife.
In the mirror or in real life?
In real life.
Oh no.
And he's still
Daniel
smiling. He's still
immediately
totally
immediately grabs the arm with the steak knife and like takes it out
sure.
and
Well,
like
we'll see.
wrenches his arm.
We'll see about that. All right, so yeah, he's got this like wide smile that's just turns just strange. Okay.
Go ahead. Roll some.
Wow. Okay, so he kind of has the drop on Fiona. So Fiona, you take a snake knife to the ribs.
No. That is not what I was expecting.
That's going to be 4 hit points.
Oh no.
I mean, because you're sort of like leaning over and like hitting. And he's like, "Wait, what are you doing? Stop!"
Oh, that's bad.
And so then we can all act according to our dexterity, which is how we order things. So what's your dexterity?
50.
I lost my character sheet. Let's see. Where is it? Where would I find it? Oh,
let's see,
60. I have
Okay.
60.
Great. Mr. Post. There's Mr. Post. Okay, I'm gonna say you guys are gonna go before him because he's just a civilian. And so that was gonna put Daniel first. Daniel, what do you do?
I grab the wrist with the knife and I like disarm him and kind of like put him in.
Okay, so that'll be an
physical
opposed
bind.
unarmed check or an opposed melee arm check. So you can roll your D100 and you want to roll as high as you can without going over your unarmed score.
Oh, I got 92.
Okay.
That's
He
way
keeps the
over.
knife. Fiona, what do you do?
Oh,
He pulled it out and he's fighting off Daniel, who's trying to.
well, I
grab
mean,
the
I
knife.
do have, are they like in hand to hand right now, basically?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
He's still smiling, like.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not gonna shoot because that seems too dangerous. But I'll do to him what I was gonna do to the mirror, so like bang him on the head with my gun.
Okay. You just make a melee attack.
Yeah. Would that be hand to hand, or I'm sorry, unarmed, right?
No. Well,
No, there's a melee section.
melee.
Oh,
If you just
there
want
it is.
to punch him, you can do that too.
Yeah, I'd rather do that. I have a better chance there. Yeah, I made 45 out of 50.
Okay. So you are going to hit him. What's your damage bonus? I think you roll it. Roll that.
Where's my damage bonus?
What's your strength?
My strength is 50.
So I think you're gonna do a D4 plus 1.
D4 plus 1. 5 total.
Okay. You just clock him right in his like jaw, and he goes like flying out of your grip, Kaya, because he kind of got away, but he's holding on to the knife, and he kind of like flops onto this like pile of laundry, and then it's let's see. So then he defended, so he can't get to go. So now it's back to Daniel. So he's sort of like getting up from this laundry with this big grin.
Yeah, and that's when Daniel gets the gun in his hand and like shoots for the hand with the knife.
All right.
And like hits, like, I mean, if I need to roll, I'll roll, but
Yeah,
he's aiming for the wrist.
Yep, roll it. He's missing teeth and there's blood coming out of his mouth too because he just had his jaw dislocated.
66.
Is that under your 66? That would be a crit or a crit fail. What's your firearms?
Crit fail.
Okay.
So I hit something else.
Oopsie.
Yeah, you sure do.
Yeah. So you're gonna shoot Fiona instead, and so roll damage on your gun.
Is that me or Fiona?
That's you.
Okay, what?
Yeah, roll. You get to roll your own damage.
58.
No, you can roll. Sorry, what kind of gun do you have? I believe it's probably 9mm.
Whatever I took from Agent Max's police car.
Okay, that was 38. So just roll a d8.
One.
Oh my god! So you wing Fiona. You're like going for him, but Fiona, he just zigs and Fiona zags, and she gets right in the midst of you, and you just right across the arm. 1 point of damage. Okay, Fiona, your turn.
Well, I would also like to try to shoot the madman. Hopefully.
Cool. Gun out.
Yeah. Hopefully do a little better.
He's certainly not stopping.
I barely missed it, but yeah, I failed.
All right. So into the laundry, and he comes at you, Fiona. So he's gonna try and and you clearly hear the things as yes, you should drown them though. Don't stab them. Drown them. And he is going to melee you. You can do a dodge if you'd like.
I would like that very much. Probably won't happen though. Nope, it definitely will not happen.
Okay, he's gonna hit you with the knife, and that's another 1 point of damage. So he just slices, and we're back to Daniel.
I have the highest in
Like
hand
that.
to hand, it seems. My hand to hand seems to be better than my
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tackle him.
Okay. Okay, roll your unarmed. He attacked, so you can...
Critical fail, 97.
Oh, really? So you tackle him,
Yeah.
and you tackle the knife too. So you definitely are on top of him, and the knife is sticking in you for 2 points damage. All right, but at least you didn't tackle him. He's certainly right there with his knife in you that he's gonna wiggle around. But now it's Honda's turn.
Oh,
He's
God.
prone,
Okay.
so you have plus 20% to hit him.
At plus 20 to hit him? Okay. I think that's the risk I would like to take.
And you could probably walk up and point blank him in the head because he's not coming out from under
sure.
position.
Okay. Hey, yes, I made it.
Okay, so that'll do max damage for your Glock,
Great.
which I believe is D10. That splatters his brains all over the laundry.
Oh, okay.
He is dead.
Excellent. Do I still have to roll for that?
No. You do max damage because you hit him in the head.
That's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure.
Daniel, his smiling face suddenly is gone as it is exploded onto you to maybe a half of an extent by the gun that Fiona puts there and pulls a trigger. You guys can make sand checks for violence.
Yeah.
11.
Here.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Okay. No, well, he was
Another day.
he was coming right for you. So, what do you do now? You two definitely hear those gunshots because this is the apartment right above you.
Oh,
So you hear pow, pow, pow.
We should get up there.
Yeah, I'm already like scrambling for the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you two have a moment to pick yourselves up, extract the knife from yourself, Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to do first aid because you are both fucked up, and there's plenty of, I mean, it's dirty laundry, but it's cloth.
Yeah, so Daniel's
I
experience.
only have 30 first aid.
I've got 60. This is my job.
It's a freaking jab.
But I am out of it, and I roll at 89.
Nice. No first aid for Fiona. So you can roll. You can roll for yourself as well.
Oh, I was rolling for myself, but
okay.
I'll roll
for Fiona,
for Fiona now.
Yeah, it's this fucking like puncture wound that you're like, I can't. How do I?
Oh, but I'm totally capable of healing Fiona. I got a 1.
You got to put your finger in it, and that's all you can do. You totally do. Okay, Fiona, you get some hit points back, so you're gonna get 4 back. Right now.
Oh my god! Wow. Okay.
It's all
That's
just flesh wounds.
I'm like, thank you.
Right, and at that point, the other two arrive. So yeah, doors open. Has half a head guy on there. They're patching each other up. Unbelievably horrible art on the drawing table.
I'm more about the art that they've made on the floor at this point.
Yeah,
I'm more about like the two of them bleeding. Like
yeah. So they're
Daniel
like all
looks
injured.
at them with like a hole in his chest, and he's bleeding, and he's kind of delirious, and he's like, "Any of you guys know first aid?"
Yeah.
I'm a doctor.
Oh, you're a doctor.
Yeah.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Daniel's got
have a kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay. I go to the kitchen and see if I can find something that's cleaner than the pile of oily rags on the ground.
I'll ask.
There's definitely napkins from like pizza delivery.
I'll ask Fiona what the hell happened.
I'm still like kind of like panting a little bit and like totally shaken up. I don't know. He just attacked us, and there's something in that mirror. Like you just attacked us with a fucking knife. I don't even know where he got it from.
Holy shit.
Actually, and then as I'm saying that, I want to go back to that mirror and look at it. And
yeah, there's
I'm
not
like
anything.
obsessing with the
I mean, it's
mirror.
reflecting the room and reflects you. You look like shit.
And I'm gonna turn
Great
to Max
knuckles.
like there's something in that mirror.
Shot, stabbed.
I'll go over and I'll look in the mirror.
You see you and her and the room reflected.
Oh, like, does it like one of the ones that can like turn or whatever?
Yeah, it's like kind of a definitely like a freestanding like
full length.
Yeah,
freestanding.
full length oval mirror, but like pretty old and like really sturdy.
I'll like look behind it and whatever. And I don't see anything.
Is it cracked from her like hitting it at all?
Did she even get to hit it, or did she just get stabbed before she?
I think
she got stabbed before she could hit it.
Do I see anything in it when I touch it, like moving it around, anything like that?
Not anything that is unusual.
Got it. Okay.
And I don't get that weird sense anymore. I mean, yes, I can see a reflection of the room, but I'm not getting that weird sense anymore that I'm hearing or like kind of seeing a shadow behind or anything like that.
No, I mean, no.
Okay.
No, everything's back to normal now.
Of course it is.
All right. I'm going to bring the pizza napkins and try and patch up Mia.
Okay, great. Go ahead and roll your first aid.
Nice. 44. So that's a
crit. So crit succeed. So
Yes.
4 points are you get back.
Wait, thank you.
So yeah, just
so
simple,
it's
simple
clean
pack and
napkins,
tape.
but yeah, it's clean napkins, but you have to use the dirty rags like to tie it like all in place. It's a mess, but at least yeah.
So like while that's happening, Fiona and I can be like discussing like what happened.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
all discussing what happened. What
Sure.
happened?
He went for her. I don't know why you went for the mirror, but as soon as Min went for the mirror, he just stabbed her, and then from there,
Yeah, there's something in that mirror directing him. It was telling him to draw more drowning babies, and then when he was attacking us, it was telling him to drown us, not to stab us.
if
I
he
don't
would
know.
stop smiling, like not their smile, he was not there.
No, it was completely deranged. I don't see anything in the mirror now.
Uh-huh.
Maybe once he died, it was done. I don't know, but there was something going on with that mirror.
Well, I mean, under the mirror is this like unbelievable, just this horror of like art. Like it's pages and pages and pages.
Just dead babies.
Well,
Or
there's more
drowning
than that
babies.
because you eventually find one that shows like the person who's drowning the babies, and it's a guy in a suit with like a slick like flat mustache and like slick back hair. He's like in a pinstripe suit. You also see what looks like Abigail. It's sort of like there's always this pool with the drowned babies in it, but sometimes you can see into other rooms. And so there's this one with like her, talking to somebody that's like, in shadow, but has like, you can see that person's holding a suitcase and she's just holding like a champagne glass and laughing in sort of a 20s flapper dress. And then more horrible, like murdered. It's not always babies. Sometimes it's young children. One time you definitely recognize a you see like a door in the background with a bellhop in front of it. And then another one, there's like a grand hotel entrance that says Rodalbin. Anyway, who's kind of looking through these because it's kind of intense to look through them.
I would offer to look through them just because I'm probably more used to seeing disturbing shit.
Yeah, this is definitely like kind of a serial killer level
but
art project.
I will offer to look, but I'm not going to obviously stop anyone who wants to look with me.
Okay, well, if you're doing it, then you got to roll a sand check.
All right.
Okay. Max, are you over by the window or by the mirror?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Okay, can you flip it over so we can see the back?
You did not make it?
Sure.
Okay, so this just wears on you and you lose 4 sand.
Wow.
As you just feel like these drawings are not fake.
Oh. Okay.
He thought they were real. He was drawing real places and real people and real dead kids.
Daniel wants to like destroy the mirror.
It's
So-
behind the drawing table, so you would need to pull it out if you were going to get to it or move it around.
I'm already over there. I'm flipping it around to where it's facing the back of.
It's heavy as fuck.
Yeah.
So you flip it around.
I want to see the back.
Back is steel, and has kind of the mounting, and it's all filigreed. It's really fancy, and the back doesn't seem to have any. It's just flat detail, like most of the details on the front and on the border.
Okay. I'm just looking to see if there's. So it's metal on the back.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to run my hand up and down on the surface to see it. Is it smooth?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
If anybody has like art,
nothing here.
Art for metalworking or glass work, I don't think any.
No.
Okay. So the So what do you do with the body?
Oh, yeah. So while you guys are over at the mirror, like, I don't know, Daniel's like looking to smash it and August wants to just, study it. I'll go over to Fiona and I'll kneel down because she's looking over the paperwork, and I'm going to ask like, hey, how you doing?
Not great, Max. Not great. I'm covered in some asshole's brains, and earlier you tried to choke me and stick a gun down my mouth.
Yeah.
I'm not great.
Sorry about that. Listen, we're all on edge. So yeah, we're all doing things we didn't think we would be doing when we got up today. But I gotta ask, what gun did you kill that guy with?
Your gun?
We're gonna have to clean this one too.
Yeah, well, it seems to be our new job.
We're just like looking around this apartment like, God damn it.
Yeah.
And
so
I'll actually put my hand around her shoulder, like, we should get to work.
Yeah, and I'm kind of just like looking at him a little incredulously, but then being like, yeah, and then I just like pat his hand on my shoulder.
Fiona, I should tell you that you have the option to push this sand loss to a bond if you'd like. But you don't have to, whatever. I just wanted to make sure you had.
It is quite a bit of sand loss for one go. I don't want to do it to Daniel because he's suffered enough today. So I'll do it to my bestie, Ashley.
All right. Go ahead and roll your, so spend a willpower point and roll D4.
Oh, I forgot I have to lose willpower for that. Okay, that's fine. You said D4?
Yeah. She just doesn't understand you anymore. You're drifting apart.
Oh, 4.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, you drop 4 off of the bond and don't take that for sanity damage.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, so let's see. We have a moment when you all are taking a look at this body. And are you going to clean it up in some particular manner, or are you going to leave it for now? What else? What's steps?
Daniel at the moment doesn't really care about the body. He's like freaked out about the fact that Fiona was hearing a voice in this mirror, and the guy only started getting violent when she attacked the mirror. And so he's like, he's explaining this to May, and he's like, we have to get rid of this mirror. We have to get rid of this mirror. Like, he's kind of like, he's freaking out, and he's like directing this at May because May's the boss man.
All right, let's see if we can pop it out of the frame.
Okay.
I want to see if there's anything etched into the back of it.
Can we shoot it out?
Well, no. I mean, you might break whatever it is. So we need something we can pry it out with.
Well, there were some tools down in the basement.
What about a knife that he stabbed me with?
Yeah, it's just a steak knife.
Good old steak knife.
Well, let's see if we can find a clean one. I go back to the kitchen.
Wash it in the kitchen.
Yeah, go in the kitchen. There's a set of steak knives.
Okay, great.
For sure.
All right. Take them over and see if I can work one around the edge of the mirror and try and pop it out of the frame.
Okay. Just make a dex check.
Sure.
It's not that hard to do.
Yes, it is. That's a crit fail. 16.
Fuck. You cut yourself.
Fine.
For 2 points of damage. Right in the other hand. Oh, God damn it. You're back at the sink like water on a wound. First aid yourself, doctor.
Oh, man. Okay.
Blood on the mirror now.
And
yeah, exactly what I was trying to avoid.
Daniel gives it a go himself.
Okay, go ahead. Roll your dex.
63.
Dex is 60.
I think so.
Okay, so you just like kind of scratch the mirror up, but don't get it out
60.
of the frame. Yeah, I mean the steel definitely like marks up the mirror. So congratulations, you ruined a priceless piece of art.
Whatever. Okay, man, this isn't happening. Can we destroy it now?
Yes, sure, great, fine.
Or like, how do you want to destroy it?
Yeah.
You throw it out a window.
No.
No. I want to look at the back.
I don't know. It's up to you. Okay, so just smashing it with a gun butt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
Boom. Easy to do. Smashes all over the place. Inside the mirror, blank steel backing.
All right, I go over and start fishing through the pieces and try and look at the actual back of the mirror itself.
Okay, make a dex check.
I'm really good at this. Okay, that one I make. Ooh, well, yeah. I make it by 4.
Okay, great. So you don't cut yourself.
Yeah. I'm still dripping blood on it though, because I didn't make my first aid roll. I rolled a 96.
Yourself up. You can do first aid on yourself.
I did. I rolled a 96.
Oh, oops. Okay. Yeah. So, you're still drunk. I just can't find, and then more blood and more glass shards and more. You don't find shit. Find.
Okay.
Jack.
I don't know.
I
don't know. I don't. I don't know. We should get out of here. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, Max. What's our next move?
So we need to retrieve all of the slugs that were fired, and we need to destroy all the weapons that fired them.
You really think that's our number one priority right now?
I mean, we heard the gunshots. I'm not sure if anybody else did, but I don't particularly want to be here if the cops show up.
There's a lady right across from here.
Somebody should probably go talk to her to see if she heard the gunshots.
So there's a lady across the hall in the room that we're not supposed to mess with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, unless we're together, that room.
That room. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe the three of us covered in blood should
probably not go talk to her.
So that's just when you hear someone say, "What the fuck is going on here?" And you see a woman in the doorway, which is right next to the drawing table. Kind of a black-haired, pale-skinned, late 20s. Here's a picture of her, and she says, "Holy fuck! Did you? He's dead."
Oh. So I'm going to FBI badge her and the face.
Okay.
Ma'am, just hold it up. Ma'am, we're federal agents. Tell me how you know this person.
Okay. Listen, what the? Holy fucking shit! You are. Listen, and then she turns around and runs.
Yeah. Well,
and as she runs, she puts up something in her hand, and liquid emerges from it, aimed at your face.
oh.
Oh.
Oh shit! You can dodge if you'd like.
Can I though?
I would try and dodge the mace.
Do you want to?
Can I though?
I think I would try and dodge the mace. Just.
I did not.
Alrighty, so you get a
Darin's
face.
not a dodgy kind of guy.
Right. So you get a face full of mace,
Yeah. Yeah.
which does lots of terrible things to you.
Sure.
So first of all, you take 2 points damage, and you're going to be at minus 40 to everything for a while. Until you get
How about
off.
some sand helplessness?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just clawing
and
at
so
my
you
eyes.
just see, the last thing you see is her hand out, and she's like,
It's a pretty good move. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. So I'll stop chasing her and try to stumble my way into the kitchen and into the dirty dishes that have
yeah.
all the botulism and just dirty water. Just trying to splash it into my face.
All right.
Yeah.
So water is great for mace, as everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so you do that, and it hurts worse, and you take another point of damage. What do the rest of you do?
Daniel goes after her. He's
Okay.
used to action with wounds.
Yep. Okay, and then so Daniel, you're pretty quick on your feet, so she's running into her apartment, and there's a stream of mace that you're kind of you're easily able to dodge. It's I'm trying to leave behind her, she kind of dives into it, or not dives, but just runs into the door, and you're just right behind her. August and Fiona, what do you guys do this round?
And I'm gonna open the refrigerator and see if there's any milk in there.
There is.
Okay. I pop it open. Is it? I think it's a quick sniff.
Yeah, it's fine. Date's wrong.
I'm not taking that much time. I sniff it, and if it does not smell bad,
And you have a moment of
over.
clarity, and you're just like, wait,
Yeah.
no, this is 2 months old, but it's fine.
Yeah. Nope. I just go over and douse Max in the face with it.
Yep, that helps a lot. Okay, great. Fiona?
I'm going to try to follow Daniel, not super fast, but
Okay.
I'm gonna go after him.
All right, so Daniel, you're the first to get into Van Fitt's apartment, which is so she has to do a hard right. You see a toilet and a bed on the right of it, hard left. Wait, where's my fucking hands? Hard right on the left, toilet, sink, air shaft, window. She's blazing through a bead curtain, beyond which you can see is a kitchen and a bathtub, and then her sort of reading area. And she basically jumps over the bathtub. Let's see how successfully, and just runs for. Well, first of all, you notice that the walls of her apartment covered in books, totally covered in books, including where there should be a window. to the front of the building, there is a archway that leads to way more shelves of books. And she bolts for that entrance, for that like archway. So you can, so basically we're in a chase, and you, Daniel, can roll your, let's see, athletics. Yeah, that's a skill we have, right? Against her is to see if you catch her.
Okay.
She's got sort of a head start because she was able to jump over this thing and get it, but she is not in the
36.
Okay, 36. So that's gonna make it. She gets a 15, which succeeds for her, but is not as high as your success. So you are right breathing down her neck. One more success, you will catch her. And so, she's not that athletic. You can certainly catch her in a long race. So we'll give a chance for Fiona will get into the room and see this. I guess there's an archway there that goes into a big library. But otherwise, this is sort of an apartment covered in books and shelves. And you see Daniel's like almost caught up and about to like reaching out to grab whoever this person is.
Yeah, I have nothing really to do until.
Are you gonna run at him or just kind of keep like going?
I'll try to move forward in that direction. Yeah, I'll move forward in that direction.
No gun, no, nothing like that.
No, I'm not feeling like. I feel like Daniel's got it under control, so I'm just gonna move forward. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So then kind of the first aid, the milk happens, and Daniel, you're gonna be able to catch up to her. So go ahead and roll an unarmed check, and we'll see if she can throw out of your grip.
96.
All right, she got a 31 and succeeded. So you like just grab her, and you basically like grab a shawl that she's wearing, and it just comes off, and she like bolts out of sight into basically this like library where it's just wall ceiling books, and yeah, she turns a corner and you're not sure where she went.
The feeling of foreboding, like as soon as she's like out of his grasp and all he's looking at is this archway with books that shouldn't be existing, like that sense of doom just like seeps up into him.
Yeah, you get like
almost
goosebumps. You're just like,
yeah.
What? Like you can see the window next to it goes out to the street. Make a sand check.
$95.
No. All right, so this is okay. Well, you get away with only 2. Sanity lost through the unnatural, as you realize this is impossible. Okay, and all right. So Fiona, you kind of walk in and realize the same thing. So you get to make a sand check too.
Just made it.
Okay, so you lose 1 as you're just like does not compute. Shouldn't be a way to go through there. That's a window, or should be a window, but it's an archway.
I'm sorry, I thought you had her. I don't know why.
Got a shawl.
That's what is that thing?
Daniel kind of like ignores Min's question and is just like, Agent May. Like he's just saying May's name out loud, just calling him over, and that is all he can focus on, is just getting like May here. So
I'll go run to the door. Well, actually, I'm right by the door, really, and I'll say, May, can you get over here?
I mean, we're right across the hallway, so probably hear that easy enough.
Yep, totally.
How are we doing with Max's eyes?
Go. I'm fine. Go.
Okay, I grab a wad of these the semi-clean pizza napkins and like stuff them in your hand.
Okay. Thank you. I'll sop up this milk and rancid water.
Okay. Yeah, it sucks. It just sucks. Okay, and with that, you come into her apartment, and you both see the impossibility of an archway where there should be no archway, leading to further rooms of an apartment filled with shelves of books. Make sand checks.
Okay, I'm 100% ready for this.
So ready. You're never ready for the unnatural.
No.
Never.
I do not make that.
3 sand. How did Darin do?
Oh, I'm still back in the other apartment.
Okay.
I didn't follow.
Sorry. Okay,
I
great.
think he's still cleaning up.
So you're also standing there.
Although, I mean, if it's easier for you, I can all go over there. Or if you want something horrible to happen now that we've split up the party and
left him alone
and I'm by myself,
I would never
we can do that
anything
too.
like
So.
I like you guys. That's fine. You're still like clearing your sinuses.
Yeah.
And so you're standing in the midst of this person named Van Fitt's apartment.
Okay.
Yeah, she appears to be a writer.
Okay. Well, she's a reader for sure.
Yep.
Okay. I look around. I see that.
So you see, there's maybe 300 books here.
Okay, and then this archway that leads. And I'd say, Maya, where is she?
She went through that archway and disappeared into that library.
Okay, Maya, you didn't go in there.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I
Okay.
didn't.
All right, because that's the corner that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's real.
That's the
Okay.
doom corner. I don't know if you feel doom, but I feel doom.
Well, I mean,
You know that
That's-
feeling we had when we had that feeling? That was crazy? Yeah,
yeah.
that.
Wait, you had that like standing there at the corner, or?
Yeah. Doom. I felt a remembrance of doom.
Okay, you should come away from there.
Okay, just then, walking out from like turning corner, walking out of the to the archway and out of it is this woman. She's like, I'm sorry, you like really scared me. You can all make alertness checks. Can I, like, what happened to Post?
$84.
No, is that the no?
Made it.
Yeah, okay, Fiona made it. Darin, you're not there. Yoshida?
Did not make it.
So Honda, she has something behind her back.
Okay. So I'll draw my gun, point it at her, and say slowly.
Whoa, wait, what? Listen, this is my apartment. What are you doing?
Slowly take your hand from your back and put down gently whatever you're holding.
Okay, she runs at Yoshida. And she has a tomahawk.
Yeah, who's looking down at his FBI badge to show it to her?
Yeah, she doesn't like it when you show her the FBI badge.
Some kind of like
to trigger.
That is a pipe, but she is running at Yoshida. So I think that we have a stat. Yoshida, what's your dex?
It is 50.
Right. So that's the same as Fiona. Kaya, you're gonna, Daniel's gonna be able to go first. So this woman is basically about to run and.
Is she like screaming while she does it, or
No. She's
just
smiling.
silent? I'm gonna tomahawk you face. Okay.
And I'm in front of May, right?
Yeah, but
She
she
needs
is
to
not
get
going
past
for
me.
May. She's going at an angle to Yoshida, who is behind both of you.
Who is also May.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So as she's like coming at us, me, her, I like body tackle her.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your unarmed.
100.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay.
It is that kind of night.
It is.
Oh, boy, boy.
So you successfully get in her way and take 8 points of damage
No.
from the tomahawk being buried in your skull.
Oh.
I don't know.
How
You
many
like
points?
dive, and she's like, "Oh, juice!" like right on your.
How many points did you say? 8? And before I had how many lost before that?
I think you got some back. You may have lost 1.
Yeah, I gave you 4 back, so I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
maybe
I lost
yeah.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I yeah.
I think you did take 1 before from the acid.
Yes. Okay. So I'm at 9.
Really?
Yeah.
Whew. Okay then. So walk, and she's not stopping. She makes it the rest of the way to you, Dr. Yoshida, and tries to bury this now bloodied axe in your head.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a melee or unarmed or dodge
Okay.
or not.
All right, I will roll a little unarmed here. That is my second crit fail.
Wow. Okay.
Oh. Can we play another game system now where I can?
After this one's over. Okay, so the tomahawk comes down and just hits you right in the chest, like right here, and it's just stuck. 8 points damage again for you, and it's just this silent grin of madness on this woman's part. So I think you all need to make sand checks for violence.
Can I shoot her yet?
Yeah. Well, let's see. She just finished her turn, and now it's August and Fiona's turn. Yes.
I did not make my SAM roll.
Okay. So that's your friend getting hurt. So take 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I made it.
I made it.
So you just got this blood
I don't know why I
pouring
made
from
it.
your head. 0 if you made it. It's a sheet of blood, just gushing out of your. I mean, you have a concussion. Like you're fucked. And then August. So August, Fiona, you guys are gonna go at the same time, I think, since you have the same deck. So whatever you want to do.
All right, so I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, does the rule set have anything like major wounds or? I'm at 1 hit point, so I don't know.
Okay, I think under 2, at 2 or under, you are at minus 20%.
Okay, all right, so it's just the mechanics effect. All right,
Yep.
go.
So how is she basically on top of me right now? Like
Yeah. She seems 100% focused on him.
Okay. So I'm going to scream, "Hey, Max, we need you." But I'd also like, as I'm doing that, to come over and try to shoot her in the head too, I guess.
Makes sense. Roll. Are you gonna get point blank and do it?
Yeah, because I don't trust myself not to shoot May if I'm not up close.
Makes
right
sense.
now.
So plus 20.
Yeah.
Still.
Okay, yes, I made it.
Boom! And yeah, Van Fitz's brains go all over Yoshida.
We get splattered too.
Sure. Unfortunately, you guys she's kind of half in the bathtub, but because you were like beyond the bathtub, I think, when she like leaped and just went goosh with this tomahawk. This it clatters out of her hands. It's for some reason a pipe, smoking pipe that's a tomahawk, yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. That's good. So as we take a look at the scene, which calms down with the floating brains settling and steaming on top of Dr. Yoshida and the carpet of the ex-poet's apartment, we turn back to the impossible corridor that leads into more and more books, an apartment that goes forever. And that's Impossible Landscapes Session 3. Great job, everybody! Yay!
That was intense. Like, oh my god.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
So good.
How did we fail so miserably at
That's the beauty. That's the beauty of Delta Green.
Yeah, it all works until it doesn't.
Along the shore, the cloud waves break, the twin suns sink behind the lake, the shadows lengthen